Hi y'all, my name is TaylorAnne and welcome to my Little Creative Life. In today's video, I wanted to show you how I made this Nightmare Before Christmas inspired Jack-in-the-Box. I've got a box here. I had to cut it down and kind of resize it to about the size of this pumpkin, so it fits perfectly in here. I've got a little lid. It's kind of a faux lid because it doesn't really matter, it's probably going to be pushed back anyways, but this is the Jack-in-the-Box lid. This is the pumpkin that's going to be on top of the spring, which I'm going to use this clear tube that I have off of like an old yard game, and then some of this HD foam dowel, and just kind of like wrap it around so it looks like a spring, and then I'll put the pumpkin on top of that and paint everything. It'll be cute underneath the tree. Okay, here's how it's turning out. I've added some paint, still working on it. It's not like actually assembled yet, but here's our pumpkin. I just want to add some more distressing, probably to the bottom of it, and finish painting the box. And then I think I'm going to add stripes to the inside, because I've seen some people do that, and that looks cool. So yeah, I'm liking how it's turning out. He'll look cute under the tree. And I'm also working on another present, just painting, I don't know, a random pattern on it, and then I sculpted this skull. It looks kind of like an alien though. It is not great. Out of tinfoil, and then I added a little bit of, hi honey, foam clay on top of it. This is my first time working with the foam clay, so it's really cool, very foamy, weird, but kind of cool. And I think that would make like a cool topper with like a bow or something, like a really creepy bow on top of a present. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay, yeah, that'd be pretty. Adding some stripes inside the box. It's kind of propped up at a weird angle here so I could get this like really old washi tape. Just using it inside the box to add some stripes with some Mod Podge. I think that'll look really cool. I don't know if I have enough to do the entire interior though. That would be cool though, but I'm painting the clown and working on the stripes. The handle for the side is a spray paint cap lid. It's like very messy, but I feel like that goes with the Tim Burton style. It's a spray paint can lid with like a little extra piece of pipe. I glued in a clothes hanger wire, covered in like little irrigation plumbing tube, and then I wrapped the handle with some scrap foam. Like the, I was just like, oh, what can I use for a handle? So I have these like irrigation emitter things. I used this tubing around a clothes hanger. Here's the rest of it. Just kind of bent it into shape, stuck it into a spray paint can lid, glued it together, and added a little foam handle, and that'll just go on the side of the box. Super cute. I love doing projects like this where you just use kind of what you have on hand. I use cheap paintbrushes because I'm really rough on them. I'll just buy new sets every so often. Acrylic paint. This fluorescent orange from Martha Stewart was perfect for this project, and then I just used some other random colors from my stash, and I'm very slowly going through and just using black acrylic paint to do the outlines and some more details. Once I'm finished with the design, I went around with a matte clear coat, and then I did a really watered down black wash to make everything look really grungy, and I focused that black wash like in the corners or in the creases, And the last step was to add our pumpkin head. So I did that by MacGyvering a shorter in length and a slimmer in width piece of pipe. I just kind of trimmed it down and made it fit so that it fit snugly right inside of our original pipe, our like spring, quote unquote spring pipe, and that way the head just slides right on, and it's positionable so that depending on where you have it in your decor, you can like turn the head to look at you. I was also able to get a stronger glue hold this way, and it is easier for storage if I can remove the head. My favorite part about it though is that it is blacklight reactive. So if I ever decide to do a Nightmare Before Christmas themed tree with like black lights, I think this would look so epic underneath it. I love how it turned out. We're still painting up the box. I went around and did kind of a grunge. It's really light wash of like a neon green. I used the very last little bit I had in my bottle, so super watered down, but hopefully it shows under like green light or black light. And I'm going around and repainting the box. I painted the top and I think it looks so good. Look at that. This is like the first coat and it got smeared when I did that like green fluorescent wash. And this is what it looks like when I go back over it and redefine the black lines. So I'm slowly working on finishing this little plastic, I don't know, food container that I spray painted white and then put this spiral pattern on, and I'm going to top it with a pretty bow. See if I can back up a little here. This is what the bow started out like. I'm trying to put up lights in here, but it's still so dark. But this is just a bow. I use these everywhere. I love them. They're so Christmassy. And then I just kind of distressed it and went in with a Sharpie marker to do some lines. I added a little bit more ribbon and I just like spray painted it with I think pink fluorescent and like black, just to give it, I don't know, some more texture. And that's gonna go right on top of the present, and I can fluff it up a little bit and tuck the tails in here. And then I'm working on the topper. Over here is my little skeleton. It was just looking too much like an alien, so I'm just gonna spray paint it green, and now it's an alien. And it'll look cool, like I said, under black light with this fluorescent green. I'm just gonna let it dry, and then I still have a little hole in his nose, which looks weird. But it's gonna be like a hole for ribbon, so I think it'll be cute on top of the present. Painting this box took me forever because I would like paint one side and let it dry, paint one side and let it dry, paint one side and let it dry. And I did all 5 sides with 2 coats. So I really had to be patient and enjoy the process on this one. But I think it turned out so good, and I'm definitely gonna use a clear coat to protect all of my hard work. Wow, this is drying. I was able to find this perfect neon green present wrapping ribbon in my stash, and it matches our alien perfectly. So I just did all of this like ribbon curl coming out of his little nose hole, and I added a bit of Velcro to the top of the present and the back of the bow so that it just goes right on top. It's still drying at the moment, and I would like to add a clear coat, but I love how it turns out so far. See, you can kind of see a little bit of the fluorescent paint. Love it. I wanted it to have a little bit more color and reaction to the UV or black light. So I went over and did a very light misting of the fluorescent green, just kind of on the bottom, and did like a very slight ombre or mist. And then I went around and sealed everything in with a matte clear coat, and I'm gonna let that dry completely before I put on the bow. And if you remember, I just attached the bow with a little bit of Velcro so that it's removable and positionable, and I can just store the bow inside of the Tupperware at the end of the season. I think it turned out so cute. I love how it turned out, especially like the UV or black light. I just think it's gonna look epic under a Nightmare Before Christmas themed tree. But I thought I needed one more present, maybe to go with our little creepy Christmas cluster over here. So I'm gonna make one more Nightmare Before Christmas inspired present today using this KitchenAid box, which is like primo for crafting. So I'm really happy I saved it in my cardboard pile because it has this like magnetic latch on it, so I can decorate the outside and still use the inside for storage. The first step to decorating the outside, I'm just gonna go around with some black spray paint and paint the edges. And then I think I'm gonna do like a white pinstripe over the black. And then I have to figure out what I'm gonna do on the front and back of this present. And then hopefully we can put a really pretty bow topper on it. I have this really cool textured wallpaper, which already looks really awesome under the black light. Like, it glows. It's so pretty. But I think even if I add some of the fluorescent paints, that would make it look even cooler. I'm gonna cut a piece to fit the exact size of the front and back and use a spray adhesive to attach it, and it turned out so perfect. Then I'm gonna go over it with an assortment of spray paints, including this fluorescent green and pink so that it's blacklight reactive. And I wanted to do a huge shout out to the real MVPs, my patrons, who help me make videos like this, because it's with their support that I'm able to have all of these fun supplies in my stash. So a huge thank you to each and every one of my patrons. I love y'all so much. Here's how it looks with the spray paint. It looks so bright on camera, but it's kind of cool. I did the front and the back different so that I have options. And this side I've started grunging it up a little bit with just a really watered down black Mod Podge and water mixture. And that's gonna bring out a lot of the texture that's in this wallpaper. And I totally feel like I'm cheating with this wallpaper. It is so cool, and it's just like so interesting on its own. And the intricate pattern on the wallpaper is kind of a subtle nod to the wallpaper at the Haunted Mansion, so I love it. Okay, so I went through and just did some white stripes with acrylic paint inspired by like Jack Skellington's pinstripe suit. I'll probably go over it with another coat, but here's how the present is looking. It just needs like a bow topper or something on it. That might be a separate video though, because I need to get some more supplies and practice making some skulls. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna make one more present out of this old camping pad that I have. I don't know. And then I was also thinking of making the undead duck. So here's kind of the start of that. Yeah, so those will probably be different videos though. I just wanted to share this process with you, and I hope you've been enjoying it. Okay, here is the base of another present kind of thing. I made this little top piece. But since this video is getting kind of long, this is just going to be a very quick sneak peek of it. So make sure you are subscribed if you want to check out this next project, and leave me a comment of other Nightmare Before Christmas DIYs you want to see. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this project, and until I see y'all in the next video, stay creative. Okay, bye!